Welcome to Homegrown with the LSU AgCenter and St. Vegetable Garden, where we'll show you how to grow produce in your own backyard and then bring it into the kitchen for a delicious, nutritious meal.
Hey everybody, I'm Cheryl Skinner with the St. Francis Vegetable Garden. Today we're going to learn how to plant potatoes and plant leeks. Most people around here don't really know what leeks are. I call them onion's slender cousins. So we're going to learn how to plant those shortly. But first we're going to do the potatoes. Now is the time to plant your seed potatoes. You can get potatoes like this from any of the local feed stores around here. Some people choose to buy the organic variety of potatoes from a local grocery store. Those can be used also, but they're not necessarily the ones that grow well down here. I got these potatoes from South Louisiana Seed Company in Houma. These are the red Lesotho variety potatoes. Okay, here we have our seed potato. You see all the eyes on here. You can, I cut them in half first, just because they're large potatoes like that. And then I just go ahead and just chop and make sure I have at least one eye everywhere. And each side will make a decent sized seed. Okay, and whenever you are cutting your potatoes for seeds, it's recommended that after you cut them, you wait a couple days for the white part to scab. We call it scabbing over. It's just that it gets a little hard. But whenever you put them in the ground, you just take them, you put the eye up, like so, and you just cover it up. And your potatoes are planted. And if you give it probably about 2 weeks, you'll start seeing the little sprouts come up. And don't worry about the winter. If the frost comes and it kills the tops, the bottoms will still grow. You'll still get potatoes. Okay, and now we're moving on to leeks. I had said earlier that leeks are onion slender cousins, and that's exactly what they are. This is what the little leek transplant looks like. I grew these from seeds. I started these seeds about 8 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, something like that. But whenever they're pencil thin, roughly, some of these are a little smaller, these are ready to go. So I just took them out of the tray that I had them in, and we're gonna go ahead and plant them. When the leek starts growing, you can see where it has the white and then it starts being a little off-white, light green. This area is what you will eat whenever the leek is finished growing. But in order to keep it white, you have to blanch it. And by blanching it, I mean just covering it up with dirt. That way, the more dirt you pack around it, the more white or edible piece you will have. And the way we plant these is, you see my little root stock. I just cut off the major part of the root. I have about 1 inch left on my roots right here. You literally just take that little piece and you plant just that root stock in the ground. Once the leeks start growing, you see how I have the walls built up alongside of my trough. Once the leeks start growing, you're literally just going to take the dirt and just pack it like another inch down. If you keep putting the dirt every time you check, your dirt pile around the leek should be as high as my mound right here.
Hey guys, Amanda Gibson here with the LSU AgCenter. So today we're going to take what we grew from our backyard and then transform it into a delicious soup. So today we have potatoes and leeks. And if you can see here, our leeks grew a lot bigger. So they're about 3 inches in diameter and they're ready to go. So let's get started. After you've cleaned and washed your produce in hands, dice 3 leeks, 3 potatoes, 2 tablespoons of butter, 4.5 cups of chicken broth or 4 cups of chicken broth and 1/2 cup of water, 1/4 cup of 1% milk, garlic to taste or garlic powder, and pepper to taste. Let's go ahead and start by adding the butter into a medium heated saucepan and sauteing the leeks and garlic until it's softened. Add the potatoes into the pan and enough broth to cover the potatoes. Bring to a boil, then cover the pan and simmer until the potatoes are soft. Mash the potatoes with a potato masher or a fork until the potatoes are fairly smooth. Add in the remaining broth, pepper, and milk and simmer for about 5 more minutes. This recipe takes as little as 30 minutes to make. Alright, so this soup doesn't take long at all to make, and it's very nutritious with the things that we have grown in our own backyard. So happy eating.